pretty happy now.
For our old visual learners here.
Digital learners.
Digital visual.
Yeah, next thing is Zoom meetings. And then we're going to Google Meets. We'll do a little Nearpod. Now everybody's left the channel. Please don't do that,
Yeah, they'll
okay?
probably take out their earpods.
We promise we're not going to bombard you with educational jargon all the time, even though we are a learning environment, we promise. Cut to intro. I better get over here so we can actually see. Hopefully we can see that. We on time? Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, we're on at 3:10.
Hell, it took us longer than that to get started the last time, didn't it? We went halfway through a video. This is getting more streamlined. I love it.
Well, welcome back to the Whiskey Classroom. I'm Adam.
I'm Jason.
And today we are going to put on the table our 5 must-have whiskeys.
Yeah, we saw this challenge, I think for the first time maybe a month ago. Probably longer, I'd say, but it kept getting passed around to various YouTube channels, so I figured that somebody would do this and then challenge another YouTube channel to do it and challenge. I think all the rest of you have done it. We haven't.
Yeah.
We're probably last out of the gate, but if you've got another person we can challenge, let us know. You know, if you want to try it again, that's great.
Yeah.
So, we went with the same list, I think, that about everybody else did. There could have been a different one in there, but that's the 5 that I remember. So, am I going first?
Sure, let's
Okay.
hear what you got.
Cool, daily drinker. For me, daily drinker means I definitely have no problem picking it up every day, and it shouldn't cost me an arm and a leg, because if I'm going to drink it every day, I'm going to run out of it pretty fast, more than likely. And if you've watched any of our past videos, and we're hoping you have, at the end of this video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, we'd appreciate it. But you know that I live in this world right here. I'm an Old Forester kind of guy. And I got to him late. That was not one of the first bourbons that I ever bought. Woody, Woodford Reserve, Michter's, those kinds of things I think I had first. I had some Bullet in the cabinet. And then I started seeing reviews on Old Forester. I thought, okay, it's on the next to bottom shelf. Only costs about 17 bucks for a fifth. This is a liter, which is right around 20. I said, it's low risk to take, and hello. What? And I just fit my palate profile perfectly. So, daily drinker wise, Old Forester. Beautiful sweet. If you're just getting into the bourbon scene, go there, because it fits everything. Fantastic flavor, and it will not break your budget. If you find out you don't like bourbon, you're out 17 whole bucks if you find a fifth. There's my daily drinker. Cool. Old Forester, 86. What's next? Mixer time. I bounced around on this one for a while because it depends upon what I'm mixing it in. Now lately, he's gotten me onto the old fashions. I hate him for it, because I like them and now I'm drinking them all the time. Had a great one last night because he finally gave me some of those Luxardo cherries that he's been hoarding. They're like steaks. You just cut them and never mind. Okay, anyway. In my old fashions, old Granddad Bottled and Bond 100. I've not had their regular, so I don't have anything to compare it to. But with the woody notes in this, you get the barrel, you get that classic Jim Beam profile. It goes so well against the orange and the cherry and the bitters that you mix in an old fashioned. By the way, watch one of our future mini videos during the week, one of our mini lessons, because Adam's going to do some lessons on cocktail mixing. He's got some fantastic recipes, so I can't wait to taste the cocktails he mixes. I've only mixed my own based upon his guidance. This is the guy right here. But this is fantastic in an old fashioned. Now, I have not tried this in a Kentucky Mule yet. Which, if you know anything about a mule, he'll tell you. You know, if you don't, so he'll get you hooked up with that. But this is just fantastic, and this is another one that fits the budget category, doesn't it? This is, was this 20?
Just right there at that $20 threshold.
And it's riding on the same shelf as him. So they're right there side by side. So there you go. You go ahead and get your starter daily drinker, and you just pick up a mixer while you're at it. Fantastic for those. So that's that guy. Next on the list, Friday night, and you've been through hell at work or wherever. Friday is the end of the week, time to celebrate, get ready for the weekend. You want something that's going to make a statement to you. So it doesn't have to be expensive, no. It's just not something that you would pour every day, but you know still tastes good. But I got a good one, and gee, I think they'll be surprised at this one, won't they?
It might be.
I don't think so. Bingo. Back into the Old Forester family. 1910. Now all you haters out there who say, no, you get 1920. Calm down. 1920 is not bad. But for me, this is closer to what the flavors of this are doing, just cranked up to 10. As far as I'm concerned, just crank it all the way up, and you get that here, which is a little hotter. Okay, that's 86 proof. This is 7 more. So no big deal. But the complexity of this makes you happy that you got to Friday. It's a good reward for eating
Sure.
Friday.
Oh,
So
gosh.
it is special to me, and you notice that I've had some good Fridays. Working real good. So there's my Friday night pour for sure. Back into Old Forester. Impress the guests. So it's also hard because the things you impress the guests with are hard to find. Again, especially in our neck of the woods.
Gosh.
I don't you love watching those either YouTube videos or seeing Instagram posts. Oh, just pick this up at my local store. They had a ton on the shelf, and I'll save what I'd like to say usually when I see those things because this is a classroom.
Yes.
All right. When you impress the guests, usually what you try to do is have something that's hard to find that they may not even have in their collection either. And in our area, it's hard to find. E.H. Taylor small bag. I think still that's going to impress the guests.
Oh my, I would be
regardless, because they're probably not going to have it either if they're from this state. It's very, very hard to find, and you got to be one of those people in line for the liquor store at 8:30 behind 6 other guys or more looking for exactly the same thing on that day because they know it's going to drop. So it should impress the guests. It's also a very good bottle.
Oh,
For
for
its
sure.
price. Definitely very good. So, finally, special occasion. As you're going to see this and say, well, he hasn't even opened it yet. How is it a special occasion bottle? I'm waiting for a special occasion to happen worth opening this bottle. Anyway, Henry McKenna 10-year. Another one made this guy mad because I found this 7 miles from my house. I happened to look on our state's liquor control website, and it just happened to show that some of this was available right down the road. So I got in the car, and down the road I went, and sure enough, last bottle was on his shelf. Came home with me. So there we go. Again, hard to find. It's just like the E.H. Taylor in this state. This shows up, and if you have a 9-to-5 job in our state, you do not get your hands on much of this stuff because you can't be standing in line waiting for it. So there's my special occasion. And hopefully that special occasion arrives and I get to crack that sucker. So there we go. There's my must-haves, my top 5. So, your turn.
You've heard Jason's top 5 must-haves. Now it's time for Adam's 5.
This ought to be good.
I'm going to start off with my daily drinker, and it was really the gateway bourbon that got me into this, and that's going to be Buffalo Trace.
Ooh.
Just the old Buffalo Trace himself. In these areas, that's a hard find. I mean, usually to be lucky, you've got to travel south, cross the river, and go at least about 10 miles in, and then you will find where the Buffalo drinks. Just a classic bourbon.
That's a great one. Yeah.
I mean, every collection should have.
Good one.
Number 2, mixer. Boy, this one's tough. I mean, my profile changes a little bit, but I tell you what, Jason was talking about the old fashions, which are a great cocktail, but lately I've been getting into some Manhattans. I've been using this Wild Turkey 101, and I tell you what, at the price point and the flavor profile, it just really makes Manhattans pop. I would like to even try an old fashioned with this guy. So when I'm either pouring a Manhattan or an old fashioned, as I said, I'd like to try this Wild Turkey 101 rye. Mwah.
And the first rye we've had come across the table. Sweet.
So yeah, I mean, back to it. Under 30, just a little over 20, but you're looking at a liter here, so.
Oh,
not
that's right.
breaking the
That's a
bank.
liter on
Yeah,
that.
that's-
Yeah. Cool. Sweet.
actually, down south, I did see that in a fifth.
They do have that in the fifth? I thought they only made it in a liter.
So
okay.
yeah, that was one of those anomalies I saw today. So.
Oh, great.
All right, number 3, a Friday night pour. Boy, it's been a long week, and I come home to a little Prohibition style Old Forester. Jason and I both love the whole run of Old Forester, at least the
great.
part we've been fortunate enough to try. I like it a little hotter, so the 115 proof comes in on this. Like a great way to cap the work week. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I love the complexity of the 1910, but I tell you, I'm looking for maybe a little something more to kickstart the weekend, and I find it that 115 proof. Not cheap. You're looking at upper 50s, sometimes 60, but well, you know what? You work hard, so sometimes you need to play hard.
Yeah, he's about on his where I was on my 1910, so yeah.
Slow
we
down.
savor, that's right.
Slow down.
You get to the top of the label, you got to cut it off. Just
Putting on the brakes.
That's
Whoa,
right.
mule.
Big time.
All right. 3 down to 4. Impress the guests. Boy, I've got some good guests coming over, which I rarely do. That's why this guy is in the box. I got lucky.
It
Real
actually
lucky.
exists.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, I'm
easy.
sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Boy, I tell you, just young into the journey and a lucky trip out to the grocery store on vacation. Got lucky, I was in line, and I was able to snag one of these guys. So Jason's got the 10-year. Here's the one I can impress the guests or aggravate Jason with. So right here it is. I haven't even gotten this guy out of the box all the way. I am waiting for some either Good Company. This almost could be special occasion, but I've got another one I like to enjoy over that. Well, let's see. Special occasion number 5. Well, you're not gonna believe this. I got another ride to throw up here. And this is pretty at the price point. It's got to be special occasion. This is Angel Envy rye finished in rum casks. It's that nice spicy rye you get, but with it, it's just such a sweet finish. I mean, I have a little bit of a sweet tooth, so this guy here is just. I'm looking for a special occasion so I can have a glass of this.
Sugar really comes out of that barrel, doesn't it?
It does. It's amazing how it pulls it out of there, and I mean, just dances across your palate. But you don't want to get too aggressive with this guy because he's right around in the high 90s, low 100s.
So that's more than the actual Angel's Envy bourbon has.
Oh yeah, I mean this is about paying 2 for 1.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but a very, very enjoyable product.
That's so. It's nice.
So, here's my top
There's
5.
some pretty good lineups.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Great stuff in there, and you're not busting the budget on any of them.
Not terrible.
Except you might be a little bit more generous than I am with your end of it, but hey, you know.
Got a little.
Yeah, splurge a little, right?
Absolutely.
If you've got it, treat yourself once in a while. I guess it wouldn't be a top 5 unless we had an honorable mention, would it?
Well, Jason, you got it for your honorable mention.
Well, I tell you what, I've never been the biggest rye guy, but I'm getting into it slowly. Because they've got a little bit spicier notes to them, and they don't taste quite like bourbon. But I picked a rye for my honorable, and I stayed at a low price point because I'm kind of entry-level rye guy. But guess where I'm living?
It's a shocker.
Right back in the Forester.
All right.
There we go. Old Forester rye. This one, I have not used this to mix with anything. I've just drunk this straight. Great one for the price point and a great entry-level rye. So.
All right, sweet. All right,
I've got
an honorable mention. For mine, I selected New Riff. It's a single barrel. It's also a store selection I got down in Kentucky, and I'll tell you what, this has a very good nose, but I'll tell you, it will light you up in a good way. Not overpowering, but it got my tongue all the way down to my tailbone. Just good.
You do like burning your face off, don't
I do.
you, with
Yeah, a little
various
melt.
alcohols, just totally catch fire. Proof guy, what can you say? You have seen our top 5, and hopefully that we've risen to the occasion with this challenge. And even though there are some pretty common bourbons in there, there's still some that don't fall into that category, so we just saved those for our special occasion. So there you've had a good look at our honorable mentions plus our lineups. And like I said, there might not be a lot of high-priced items in there, but there are some that definitely do fall into a rare category. So we keep those for our special occasion and our special pours. So glad you've come to the classroom. And always, don't forget to drink your homework.
Hey, if you enjoyed what you watched, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We really love your continued support.
And we will be back with many future episodes. Class dismissed.